Let's go Mike Wilson, Gentry Estes, and Nicholas Hill.
Rick, just looking back at kind of the final 30 seconds there with having Devontae in for defense, how pleased with you were with the defense that he played, and then what do you say to him after the game with the way that the free throws were?
Well, just what you would think. We put him in to do the job, and he did the job. He played great post defense, came up with a big rebound because we knew exactly what they were going to do. We knew the other matchups that we wanted to have, and we knew he would fight as hard at, do what we knew he'd guard him. We absolutely knew that he would guard Herb Jones, and he did probably 4 different times in that one possession. He came up with it. We all feel bad for him that didn't knock those down or would have given us a chance to take the lead, but I'm proud of him because he did the job we asked him to go in there and do, and his hard work and his determination got us that possession, and tough situation to put anybody in, when they haven't played, but that's how much confidence we have in him. And he's so loved by his teammates. Everyone's hurting for him, but yet I'm proud of him because he did the job we needed done because we knew exactly what they were going to do, and he went and he shut it down.
Yeah, Rick, what do you feel like the difference was there in the second half in terms of maybe how Alabama was playing, but also how you guys responded?
First of all, I'm really proud of our guys. We played Alabama twice, and we've yet to play them with a full roster. We didn't have a full roster in Knoxville. We didn't have a full roster today. Not having John Fulkerson minutes hurt us. All you got to do is look at when they started making their push, we were tired. We were trying to, and some of those turnovers were a result of that because our guys played their hearts out on the defensive end. You look at what we did. I think we guarded them as well as they've been guarded all year. I think our guys did an unbelievable job of sticking to we said, we don't care if they shoot 43s, 15 of them's not going to beat us. We're going to get the guys that we want to shoot them. And for the most part, that happened. We rebounded the ball well and got out and ran. And great job today with deflections. And when they started coming back, there's no doubt that we were fatigued. And I heard one of you guys ask the question, what makes those turnovers come in flurries? And I think what happens is that, some of our youth shows up when they see that they want to go down and get it right away. Where I was concerned coming in with E. Pons getting in foul trouble. I mean, because he's playing terrific, and I was really concerned about that. But looking back on it, Josiah was like a +9 in the game, and him getting in foul trouble was huge. During those times of the game when we're struggling like that, that's when he really knits it all together. And we didn't have him as much as we wanted to in those situations. And I just felt like our offensive rhythm, when we got a little fatigued, we got away from it. But again, I'm really proud of our guys. I mean, I know how hard they played, how bad they wanted to win. And, 6th ranked team we talk about turning it over 19 times. We turned them over 17 times. And we a couple times early in the first half, we didn't get what we needed at the rim, and we got it there. Like I said, deflections were huge, but I'm proud of our guys. I really am. Looking back, there's always second guesses. I wish I would have done a little bit something different there at the end of the game to help them a little bit more. I think because we got different things we use in those situations, and not having Fulke or especially Josiah in that situation, because those are most of the situation we work with those guys, and so that's on me. But again, I'm just really proud of our guys.
Coach, in the first half, the offense was playing very well. You guys had 40 points. Do you think that was one of your best, if not your best, offensive halves all season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we played well. I do offensively. I mean, I still, what were we? We were 7 for 25 from the third. No, we weren't. What were we? We were 7 for 21. We fumbled the ball some. That's what we got to. When we get into the gaps like early, we picked up charges. They picked up some charges. It's so much of what everybody's doing right now is personnel driven, and with all that said and done, I mean, think about it. Ticket made a terrific play, gave us a chance to take the lead there, and against the 6th ranked team in the country. And I don't think if coming to this game like that, if you ask me, I told the team I told them at halftime, they're going to make a run. All good teams make a run. I said, if it turned around the other way, I would tell you the exact same thing. No different than we were at Florida. I told them at halftime, we're going to make a run. They know we're going to make a run. When we make that run, or when they make that run, that's when we got to, really come together, really execute. And again, we had our chance. We just didn't get it done. But again, I can't tell you enough how proud I am of these guys overcoming what they had to. Losing John hurts. They lost Primo. But I'm proud. I think this tournament's going to help. With Uros did some good things through the tournament. Olivier, again, Ticket. I mean, I'm proud of these guys because we've had to make do with some lineups because of Folky being out, and that's what we've had to deal with all year. Just once we think we're getting on in a rhythm, something happens, and I can't give these guys enough credit for hanging in there. And I know this; they're excited about next week, and we should be.
Grant Ramey, David Pascal, and Joe Rexroad.
Rick, if fatigue is an issue with those turnovers in the second half, what do you try to do to eliminate that issue heading into next week?
Well, we hope we have Folky back. We hope we can get into a routine. We hope that Josiah James is not in foul trouble. Two of our top 6 guys, really, Joe did some things obviously, but when you get those fouls, it's hard to continue to play as aggressively as he wants to play. But that would be, you asked me the quickest, easiest thing is that, but when that's not there, like today, we tried to slow down and I think, to give our guys a chance, because we know our players' body language and we know we're going to need timeouts, and we tried to use them when we could strategically, but we tried to slow it down a little bit just to let them get their breath on the offensive end because we knew we were going to have to fight really hard on the defensive end. But in those situations, when I felt like the momentum really swung was when we, again, started turning down shots that led to turnovers.
Do you expect Folky to be back next week? I
don't know. We haven't really discussed it. We just, we knew he wasn't going to play today and had no idea if he'd be ready to play tomorrow. We just talked about today, so I don't have an answer for you.
Rick, I guess a follow-up on that subject, what would the timetable be? Is that something on John that you would make a decision right before your NCAA first round game? And a quick second part to that is John did post on social media that Omar Payne reached out to him and said he made a mistake. Do you consider that case closed, or do you think he should be facing anything further?
I'll take the first part of that. The nature of John's injury being a head injury, he's going to be evaluated daily moving forward.
And with the other, I've got great respect for Florida and their program. And Mike White texted me right after the game, and he was upset, as any coach would be. But I've sold people before. I've been in situations like that over these many years. I've been in it either as a head coach and an assistant coach when something like that happens. And it's happened a couple of times with me where the person that did it, you would at least expect them to do it. Sometimes in the heat of battle, things happen. You don't want to see it happen. And there's tremendous regret when it does afterwards. But, Mike, everyone reached out to us after the game. He did, Omar, I think, did last night or this morning with John. And I know Mike reached out to John, and what Folky said, I think, is John Fulkerson. Hey, he accepted it, and you hate to see it, but in the heat of battle, again, sometimes emotions can bring the worst out in us at times. But yeah, it's over with, it's done with, and we'll get on down the road.
Hey, Rick, obviously they were doing that ball screen to get Vescovi on Jones, and then you put in Gaines. But before that, is that why you were going with Plavsic instead of Vescovi to try to figure out that matchup? And then beyond that, what has Plavsic shown you here to earn this opportunity, and how important might he be?
Well, he's shown us in these 2 weeks off is when he's really, honestly, he's finally bought into exactly what we want him to do. And which is exciting. It really is. And, sometimes it takes players a little bit longer. And his length was good. We trust him now because he's buying into the role that we need him to play. And can he be big for us? Yes, he can. And I think he's going to leave here with a lot more confidence. Yeah. But right now, again, everybody's got to be up on deck ready to go. And I think those guys know that. And again, we're disappointed. We really are, because we came into this game fully expecting to win, even with the way without John being here. And I just really, again, the mistakes that we're making right now, we can still fix them. But the competitiveness that we're playing with, and the determination and the prep in the last really 2 weeks has really gone to a level that we're excited about.
Rob Lewis, Mike Wilson, and Wes Rucker.
Coach, just with the freshmen, I mean, I know you're not in that game if they don't combine for 38 points, but how do you try to get them to balance, being that productive, but also, limit the turnovers?
That's hard. That's hard because, again, both of them are very unselfish players. Both of them are very competitive. But they've added so much to us in terms of a mindset to be aggressive. I mean, both of them, they work their butts off on both ends of the court, and they're learning. I mean, they're freshmen, but I would take their competitiveness and their aggressiveness. But I do think that they'll look at this again, and they've just got to eliminate the turnovers where they're just fumbling the ball or they continue to drive into traffic and hold it too long. And it's all fixable. And like I said, they're both great teammates with these guys, and their teammates believe in them. They trust them. I trust them. And it's a high level game today. This is a big boy game at a high level, and our guys fought, and they fought an older, experienced team, and I think as hard as anybody could fight them. And like I said, we had a chance. We were right there, and we thought it'd be that kind of game. If you said coming into this, if we could be in that position in the last minute, the chance to take the lead, we'd say let's start there and go.
Rick, are you guys now headed to Knoxville and then Indianapolis, or what's the?
We don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll get back to the hotel and we'll talk about it. We'll do what we think is the right thing to do. We haven't discussed it because we were planning on playing tomorrow.
Do you have a preference between, the options of going straight there, going back? Is there an upside in either direction?
Honestly, Mike, I don't know enough about it. I don't know what to, we'll sit down with Reed and the administration and everybody. And again, I don't know what's set up there right now. I have no idea. So we'll just decide, and we'll get back and we'll do that over the next probably couple hours.
Rick, you said that the guys are excited about next week, and they should be. Kind of, what are your thoughts on where the team is, going into next week? I'm
excited. I am. I just told him that. I said, hey, man, I'm not going to let you guys put your heads down. I've been doing this too long, and I've had teams that have lost in the semifinals and have gone and made great runs. And Kim has talked about the same thing. Hey, we want to win this. I've said it coming in this week. You want to be a champion. I don't care if it's a regular season, conference tournament champion. You want to be a champion. But the one you really want to be every year is in the big fight for the big one. I said that when I walked on this campus 6 years ago. I've said it my entire career. We want to be a team that's in this tournament every year. And I've seen enough in my lifetime, more than these guys have known, but I've seen teams get it and go. And I like where our team is right now. And I'm not afraid to play whoever it is we got to play, because I know what this team's going to do. They're going to play their hearts out, and they're going to go at it. And that's all we can expect from them.
Last two go to Troy and Gustavo.
Rick, you mentioned Devontae being a guy who doesn't play a lot. What is it about him that gave you the confidence to throw him out there in such an important moment?
Well, same thing. Watch him do it in practice every day. That's what he does. And we knew we had to get a stop there, and we knew he would do it. There's no doubt if one-on-one situation, if we could have put even that situation, we would have. We knew where he had to be, and we knew the next guy in line that would fight him every bounce, which he did 4 different times, and stay between him and the rim and then make the effort to go get it. There is no doubt. You ask our team, who day in and day out, is going to play his heart out, give you everything he can, his ticket. And if you don't think they feel bad for him right now, they do, because, he plays so hard, and there's times that we love to get him out there, but then there's times when we struggle with scoring, which makes it difficult. But in that situation, we knew we had to get a stop. And again, we said we're going to put arguably 2 of our best defenders in that situation on that switch. And again, he did the job. Player of the year. He did the job. He guarded him as well as anybody 4 different times, and then he cleaned it up and came out with it.
Coach, do you believe, the way your team played yesterday and today surpassed the expectations you had, coming to this SEC tournament?
No, I don't think that. We expect to win every time we go on the floor. I don't, again, regardless of how we might be up and down, we're always thinking that up's going to be there. And this group of guys, they've proven to be resilient. And again, I thought, we had to guard the best, arguably the 2 best offensive teams in the league over the last week. Florida's, you look at the numbers, they're the most efficient, I think, offense in the league with field goal percentage, defense, shooting threes, and then you come back Alabama, who's everybody knows what they can do. And believe me, we guarded Florida twice and got two big wins, and then came back today. And our defense definitely put us in a position to win it. And we can just get our offense, and you guys know it, clean it up a little bit. Yeah, we should feel good. We should feel good because of the mistakes that we were making here. But again, we talk about it. We turn it over 19 times. They turned it over 17 times because it was that high level of a game. And you go back, I think it was like 2:30 on the clock. Josiah had a great look at it, and I thought it was right in front of me. I thought it was going in, but again, I can't say enough how proud I am of these guys.
All right. Thank you, everyone.